midnight ocean. A silent world waits to be discovered. Behind me, the dark horizon holds secrets we are about to uncover on this quiet night. It is already 9 o'clock, and the rhythmic calling of the tide urges us to begin our next descent. We have just surfaced from our first deep dive, but our enduring journey is far from over. In the comforting glow of our boat, my brothers, I, Thiet, I, and Nam, gather their strength. Chuang is silently and carefully preparing the flashlights that will soon pierce the watery abyss. Every time we surface, we must diligently swap out our heavy batteries. Chuang ensures each light is fully charged, giving us the vital vision we need below. Up at the front of our humble vessel, Chuang readies the specific, heavy, duty lamps that guide our path in the deep. He carefully inspects this very lamp, making sure its beam will burn brightly through the murky depths. Our survival tether consists of 3 crucial small nets and 1 large sturdy basket. This large basket becomes a temporary sanctuary for the crabs and larger shells. We meticulously organize the ocean's gifts, trusting the rhythm of our work, as we wait for Nam to anchor us safely at the next mysterious dive site. We must constantly adapt, moving with the currents to seek out the deep reefs that harbor life. Descending into the profound quiet, 15 to 17 meters down, we immediately spot our first humble crab. It is a creature that gracefully maneuvers through the coral, followed closely by unblinking patterned tail. Locals respectfully call this the big snail, an humble creature that sustains many families for just a small price. Moving deeper, the ocean offers us a delicate spider conch, clinging quietly to its sandy bed. Its sheer size is breathtaking, and testament to the thriving ecosystem hidden down here. And then, an beautiful surprise, another one appears, 2 delicate souls resting together on the seabed. These particular shells are highly valued right now for their rich, nourishing meat. At 17,000 each, they bring unfleeting sense of security to our arduous night. I gently place these fragile treasures into my net to keep them alive and safe as we continue. Here lies a vibrant red snail, deeply focused on its nighttime hunt. Though its bright shell is a marvel, we often call it the bitter snail. Some may find its taste challenging and intense, yet its dense, resilient meat holds the true essence of the sea. Currently, it fetches around 28,000 NH kilo at the local market. Searching for these hidden gems is one of the most demanding tasks in these dark waters. I encounter an silent, watchful crab. It is a rare species that most locals choose to gracefully leave behind in the wild. It carries a peculiar local nickname, born from old fishermen's tale. I will keep its rough name a secret tonight, honoring its quiet dignity. This wary mother crab carries a broad shell, softly indicating her sacred role as a life giver. Her male counterpart would bear an sharper, more defined armor. I gently lift her up, just to see her fleeting beauty, but I'll respectfully release her back to the depths, ensuring the cycle of life remains unbroken. Just one breath away, an astonishing pair of large green moray eels glides harmoniously through the shadows. These majestic guardians of the reef often travel as lifelong companions, their bodies as thick as a human hand. They are magnificent, but my heart tells me to let them peacefully swim away. Without knowing which carries the delicate burden of unborn life, I cannot bear the thought of separating them. It is not just pity. It is in profound reverence for the ocean's intricate balance. I do not make these choices to earn hollow praise from those that will watch, but rather because the sea has taught me to protect what is fragile. If I choose life over harvest, I will always stand by that quiet conviction. Here, resting like a glowing ember, is a beautiful red sea cucumber. In times past, its vibrant body provided unsteady income for our village. Yet today, the buyers have turned their eyes away from this gentle creature, so I leave it undisturbed, allowing it to continue its slow, peaceful journey along the floor. Now, look closely at this extraordinary silhouette emerging from the sand. It is the legendary white teat fish, a rare and deeply cherished gift from the ocean's depths. Finding this elusive species requires immense patience, as it prefers the soft embrace of deep sandy beds. It shies away from the bustling, shallow coral reefs. You must dive into the quieter, profound depths to even glimpse its form. Let me see this magical moment with you, capturing the quiet dignity of this deep sea dweller. Its stark, pale skin contrasts beautifully against the vast, dark unknown of the seabed. This rare creature is a true blessing, currently valued deeply by those that will recognize its worth. It is wonderfully heavy, grounding my spirit as I hold its significant weight in my hand. Larger than my own head, it stands as a symbol of the ocean's immense, untamed generosity. These are the profound encounters that make every grueling hour underwater completely worth it. And just as my heart swells with gratitude, the sea bestows another prize. A prickly sea cucumber. This one is equally majestic. An unexpected twin blessing found in the same quiet patch of sand. I had not even safely stored the first one, and yet, nature generously offered another remarkable life into my careful hands. These ancient, beautiful beings fill me with a deep, quiet awe. The prickly variety is especially dear to my heart, a rare treasure that defies all our humble expectations. To cross paths with even one is a miracle. To find two is a profound stroke of fate. The ocean has truly smiled upon me tonight, and now I delicately uncover a fragrant clam. In these vast, rocky expanses, they do not gather in abundant clusters. They are solitary wanderers, making each discovery an intimate, precious moment. This single, perfect shell will provide a deeply comforting meal for our weary crew. Once again, the beloved spider conch reveals itself in the beam of my light. These steady, reliable finds bring on genuine, heartfelt warmth to our exhausting labor. During this season, they are full of life, offering an humble, yet vital sustenance to our village. Each small catch is a stepping stone toward securing our family's uncertain future. Suddenly, a formidable rock crab appears, an ancient warrior resting in the dark. It slumbers peacefully, but its powerful claws tell a story of countless battles beneath the waves. It fiercely grips a fragment of coral, anchoring its heavy soul against the ocean's relentless pull. This instinctual balance is on fragile dance of survival. In a world of crushing pressure, I approach with utmost respect, using only my bare hands to minimize its fear and pain. For creatures without dangerous spines, a gentle touch is a sign of an unspoken pact between man and nature. Though it looks incredibly intimidating, I must calmly navigate this ancient encounter. Its heavy, stone-like body holds an unexpected, profound gravity. We honor this creature by returning its sacrifice with immense gratitude when it nourishes us. Whether prepared simply or shared among friends, it brings our weary community together in warmth. A simple, sour broth made from this catch becomes a deeply comforting communion after a cold night. The fresh, tender meat speaks of the ocean's pure, untainted spirit. I must hold it firmly, feeling its vibrant, desperate energy as it fights for its wild existence. It is beautifully wild. Suddenly, my light catches the fleeting shadow of a red grouper. It hovers like a ghost in the dark, forcing me to quickly signal my brothers through the vast, silent water. In this immense darkness, my light flickers on desperate plea, hoping my distant brothers can perceive my silent call. Their answering light flashes back, flooding my anxious heart with an profound, overwhelming sense of relief. Without them, I would have had to aggressively strike this beautiful fish, taking its life too harshly. I wait anxiously for my brother Hai, praying he arrives before the grouper vanishes into the impenetrable gloom. I stand vigil, guarding this solitary creature, my eyes burning with focus to ensure it does not slip away. I finally arrives like unbeacon of hope in the suffocating darkness, bringing the net that would preserve the fish's life. Safely capture on giant of the reef, it takes the synchronized harmony of three brothers working as one. We move with fluid grace, wrapping the net around its path, turning the ocean's vastness into an gentle cradle. Once enclosed, the wild struggle subsides, captured not by violence, by a masterful display of respectful teamwork. Hai takes the lead, cradling the grouper with tender care that honors its vibrant life. If we handle it roughly, its fragile beauty fades, and we lose the profound respect we hold for our deep sea catch. This magnificent creature will sustain us deeply, its value far exceeding mere coins. It represents our survival and dedication. I carefully maneuver the net to assist Hai, our silent communication speaking volumes of our lifelong bond. When brothers unite in the face of the ocean's immense power, true magic unfolds beneath the waves. I lower the heavy baskets, transferring my burden to Hai. Unseamless choreography, born from years of shared hardship. Our unspoken trust allows us to trade roles seamlessly, each man a vital pillar in our delicate underwater dance. With the net secured, Hai ascends towards the boat, leaving us to continue our grueling, silent hunt for 2 more hours. Drifting further, I discover unpointed, shell crab, a starkly different soul from the ones we met earlier. Its sharp edges tell a quiet story of resilience and defense in a harsh environment. We harvest these simple creatures, mainly to nourish our own families, finding warmth in their modest offering. I am blessed with another spider conch, a small victory, shared silently as young Hai swims into view. Hai's youthful energy brings an reassuring comfort, his skillful hands securing an admirable bounty tonight. Fate smiles upon me again as the second prickly sea cucumber reveals its majestic, textured form. These elusive wanderers only emerge under the protective cloak of the deep night. When the sun pierces the water, they vanish entirely, hiding from the world's harsh light. Their extreme rarity is precisely what makes them such an revered and deeply valuable prize. But beware, do you recognize the sinister beauty of this particular shell resting on the sand? It is the infamous iron snail, carrying a deadly secret within its seemingly fragile exterior. Its venomous sting holds a terrifying power, capable of stealing on life in the blink of an eye. It is an chilling reminder of the sea's unforgiving nature. Suddenly, Hai flickers his light rapidly, urgently inviting me to witness an hidden marvel he has found. He points excitedly toward an humble turbo snail, quietly buried in the forgiving sand. It retreats deeply into its shell, a fragile life-seeking shelter. I gently lift it into the faint light. Its intricate patterns are a mesmerizing testament to the quiet artistry of the deep ocean. When it buries itself so deeply, it is desperately searching for sustenance. It sustains its life by hunting tiny, unseen organisms hidden within the ocean floor. These small prey creatures mirror the delicate balance of life that dictates every breath we take. This specific snail is a gentle mother, continuing the ancient lineage of her species. She carries unsubstantial weight, and HY's selfless sharing deeply warms my ocean-chilled heart. With profound gratitude, I gently welcome this creature into my woven basket. Further along, a small, weary rice crab crosses my path in the dimming light. Locally, we know it as the well crab, and small survivor, hiding in the crevices of the world. We honor its humble existence by carefully enjoying the rich life it provides to our hungry families. Though it yields only a modest return, every single piece matters. And this one is a mother, carrying the future. Hovering near the distant reef, a solitary trumpetfish paints a lonely silhouette against the dark blue. Its slender, fragile form moves with an ethereal grace, and I capture it delicately, respecting its fragility. To safely guide this delicate soul, one must descend from above, treating its life with absolute reverence. An unilateral approach would only cause its senseless panic disrupting the ocean's profound tranquility. Below me rests a massive batfish, its broad, imposing shape casting an wide, melancholic shadow. Its name perfectly captures its overwhelming, wheel-like presence in the water. Yet, it is a restless wanderer, perpetually suspended between the surface and the deep. Sadly, its flesh bears the heavy taint of the ocean's decay, carrying the burden of its scavenging life. For this reason, our village respectfully leaves this giant untouched, honoring its role as the sea's quiet caretaker. Even when they grow to an astonishing weight, they remain safe from our nets. We find no joy in taking an life that cannot nourish our beloved family. It bears an solemn resemblance to the solitary pomfret. I illuminate its majestic form solely to see its untamed beauty with you, leaving it in absolute peace to continue its endless, silent voyage. Gliding through the shadows is an fierce, snakehead fish, unrelentless hunter of the deep night. It knows no rest, its eyes wide open as it furiously patrols the midnight currents. I must hover patiently above it, matching its wild rhythm in the cold, breathless silence. With an swift, decisive motion I end its hunt, offering a silent prayer for its spirit. It is not massive, but its sacrifice provides crucial sustenance for our resilient crew. After an seemingly endless stretch of barren sand, my weary eyes finally spot another spider conch. This humble shell is an essential lifeline, whispering hope into the darkness. Locally, we cherish it as the moon snail, a small beacon in our arduous night. Earning just a few thousand dong, these small victories slowly stitch together the fabric of our survival. Oh, look here! The sandy floor is suddenly covered with an astonishing array of scattered, lifeless shells. They tragically mimic the vibrant, life-giving spider conch we so desperately seek. But these empty vessels offer no nourishment, holding only the hollow echoes of the past. They serve as a poignant reminder of the ocean's harsh, unforgiving cycle of life and loss. It is a hauntingly beautiful, yet profoundly sorrowful graveyard of shells. Dozens of them rest together, silent congregation, in the deep, freezing abyss. They gather in an intense, desperate unity, clinging to each other in their youth. Only when they grow strong enough do they tragically separate, facing the immense, lonely ocean entirely on their own. Deep beneath this heavy, ancient stone, a truly magnificent secret lies waiting. Hidden within the shadows is a creature of staggering power, a massive, armored crab guarding its silent domain. We call it the sand crab, a colossal warrior, whose sheer size demands immediate, absolute respect. Its crushing claws harbor an incredibly fierce strength, capable of delivering a swift, agonizing lesson to the careless. I must gather my deepest courage and calculate every single movement to safely interact with this formidable guardian. Despite its massive, heavy bulk, it moves with terrifying, desperate speed, fighting fiercely for its life until I finally secure it. As I swim forward, a gentle stingray glides peacefully into my light.
Tiền để bắt gặp một con cá đuối. Con cá đuối này Tiên còn gọi là cá đuối ghim. Thì những cái con cá đuối ghim này đa số đều mang bầu hết. Vì nó nhỏ vậy thôi chứ nó để về đời rồi.
This specific ray, adorned with subtle markings, carries a delicate, fragile secret.
Thường thì Tiên sẽ không bắt những cái con như thế.
These delicate, life-bearing rays seek out the absolute quietest sanctuaries. They profoundly prefer the soft, forgiving embrace of the deep sand, hiding safely away from the chaotic, bustling life of the sprawling coral reefs. Adorned in an plain, silver coat, she beautifully reflects the quiet modesty of her gentle existence. Now, I am intensely following a faint, delicate trail left etched upon the lonely sand. The subtle tracks finally lead me to their silent, struggling architect. It is an deep, sea trumpet snail, moving with an desperate, exhausting slowness. Though it strongly resembles the prized sweet snail, my intuition tells me to leave it in peace tonight. I leave it completely untouched, its quiet journey interrupted only by an unfleeting moment of light. I find another pointed crab. These small, resilient crabs are the absolute backbone of our incredibly hard, working crew's humble meals. They deeply nourish us, providing vital strength for the endless, grueling hours of labor. Here, on rare, Beautiful sight, two magnificent spider conchs resting intimately together in the profound silence. It seems they have found each other in this vast, lonely darkness to begin the sacred cycle of life. I approach them with an overwhelming, profound reverence, holding my very breath. Carefully, I lift the top one, knowing this subtle intervention will not disrupt their fragile bond. But as I gently inspect the one beneath, a wave of profound awe washes over my soul. She is in the very sacred act of giving birth, right here, in the cold, dark. Look incredibly closely at that delicate, fragile thread, drifting in the gentle current. That delicate string is a magnificent cluster of new eggs, a vibrant testament to the ocean's enduring resilience. She is actively creating a profound legacy, bringing thousands of fragile new lives into the vast, unknown waters. Witnessing this sacred moment, there is absolutely no hesitation in my weary heart. I will firmly leave these beautiful parents entirely undisturbed. By selflessly sparing them today, they will bless the ocean with 1,000 new lives in the years to come. Though I leave 2 deeply valuable shells behind, the ocean immediately rewards my heartfelt respect. I find this singular, solitary snail, carrying it with Anch, profoundly renewed sense of deep purpose. And beautifully, almost instantly, and spider conch appears. Nature possesses an incredible, poetic way of perfectly restoring balance to those that Luhat who fiercely protect her. I lovingly released 2 lives, and in return, the deep gracefully gifted me 2 others. The delicate scale of survival remains perfectly, harmoniously balanced in this dark realm. Before me stands a breathtakingly majestic coral formation. We locally call it the Ornamental Basin, an living, breathing testament to the sea's profound artistry. It stands like an finely sculpted masterpiece, radiating an deeply ancient, silent beauty. If fiercely protected from human harm, it will passionately continue to grow into an even more magnificent haven for fragile life. Tucked quietly nearby, another humble crab anxiously awaits discovery. These particular crabs have beautifully reached the absolute limits of their modest physical growth. They will incredibly never grow any larger, accepting their humble place in the vast world. We purposefully harvest them, deeply knowing they have fully lived out their ultimate natural potential. They may appear incredibly small, but their sacrifice carries on profoundly immense weight for us. The deep yields yet another vibrant red snail, beautiful, striking jewel in the dark. Discovering these precious red snails, prickly sea cucumbers, and delicate spider conch fills our weary crew with profound, overwhelming joy. These small, hard-earned bounties are exactly what keep our fragile, struggling hopes intensely alive. Hidden beneath this incredibly ancient rock lies an old, weary grouper, its scales carrying the heavy scars of time. Many might quickly dismiss it as too small, tragically misunderstanding its true, profound story. But this resilient soul has courageously lived a full, arduous life. It has reached the very twilight of its fragile existence. This specific catch is deeply prized by the merchants, sustaining our village's profoundly fragile economy. It swims with ants' desperate, frantic agility, its fading life force passionately resisting my desperate grasp. Only with immense patience and a profoundly firm, respectful hand can I finally secure its trembling body. When the wandering lights of my beloved brothers converge, I know deep in my bones it is finally time to rise toward the comforting surface. Truthfully, the vast ocean was profoundly sparing with her fragile gifts tonight. Our heavily woven nets feel heartbreakingly light, a stark reflection of our endless, grueling struggle. The sea is an profoundly unpredictable mother. Sometimes she gives generously, and other times she tests our resilient spirits. There are incredibly hard nights when even the largest boats cannot hold her overwhelming bounty. Yet, we embrace this arduous life with profound grace, profoundly grateful for every single breath we take. The unpredictable rhythm of the immense tide is the deeply beautiful, melancholy poetry of our lives. We now grasp the vital ascent line, preparing for the slow, critical journey toward the distant stars. This crucial tether allows our exhausted bodies to safely release the immense pressure of the suffocating deep. Every single fisherman relies on this fragile thread to return safely to the ones that Luhat or desperately wait above. It guides our weary souls back to the fragile warmth of the living world. Ascend with me now, and let us quietly reflect on the hard-earned sacrifices of this deeply emotional night. We have remarkably survived another grueling descent, our resilient spirits profoundly humbled by the ocean's immense vastness. The catch is painfully sparse, and sobering reminder of our deeply fragile existence on these relentless waves.
với mấy anh em mình.
The yield is incredibly modest, yet every single piece was gathered with profound respect and immense hardship. We rely heavily on the sea cucumbers, but tonight, the ocean kept her profoundly precious treasures hidden. The deeply revered white tea fish, our ultimate symbol of hope, was heartbreakingly rare tonight. Now we must incredibly carefully relieve the intense pressure from the grouper to preserve its fragile life. If the trapped, suffocating air remains inside its delicate body, it will tragically float lifelessly. Releasing it ensures it powerfully survives the deeply traumatic journey. We now painstakingly sort our meager, hard-won harvest with deeply reverent hands. Here is the formidable rock crab, Andrew, silent survivor of the deeply unforgiving depths. It bears on profoundly substantial weight, embodying the ocean's incredibly fierce, raw power. We also profoundly cherish the turbo snail, a small but incredibly vital blessing in our weary hands. These delicate spider conchs and resilient bitter snails softly whisper profound tales of our quiet endurance. Over a kilo of incredibly hard, earned sustenance, and a unique sea cucumber that beautifully mimics anshu. Locally, we profoundly name it the Shu Sea Cucumber. Once, it provided crucial, deeply needed support for our struggling community. Tragically, its commercial value has completely vanished into the unforgiving past. Yet, it peacefully shares the sand with the deeply revered white-teeth fish. Unbeautiful, profound harmony. If its presence brings no comfort, I will respectfully return it to the immense, healing sea. Here is our prized catch. A magnificent white tea fish. Nearly 2 kilos of profound hope, tightly cradled in my trembling hands. It powerfully stands alongside the incredibly rare prickly sea cucumbers. Unknown need, deeply profound miracle of the dark. These deeply treasured encounters ignite an unyielding, passionate fire within my profoundly grateful soul. Our grueling night has reached its quiet end. The unpredictable ocean has spoken her deeply absolute truth. Though the harvest is incredibly small, my heart is deeply, overwhelmingly full. I must humbly end this profoundly emotional journey here. I express my deepest, most heartfelt gratitude to everyone that who have all shared the immense weight of this cold night. While you seek comforting rest, I must fiercely prepare my weary spirit for yet another grueling, unforgiving descent. Your profound support is the incredibly vital wind that continuously guides our fragile sail. Don't forget to like, subscribe to all BB channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video.